All right, today we're going to dive into a pretty cool idea, one that kind of reshapes how we think about health. See, it's not just about how many years we're alive, but about how alive we feel in those years. It's all about this quiet inner energy that keeps us going. Let's get into it. Just think about that for a second. It's a powerful question, isn't it? It's almost like the world is just waiting for you to jump in, to really engage with it. And that feeling right there is the key to everything we're about to explore. This deep connection between how we feel on the inside and how we feel in our bodies. So let's put a name on this feeling. We'll call it life energy. And look, this isn't about how much you can bench press or how many calories you burn. No, this is that spark inside, the thing that makes you feel like you're actually part of the world, not just watching it go by. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. We have this idea that we just naturally lose steam as we get older, right? But what if that's not the whole story? This philosophy says our energy fades when we lose our way, when we lose our sense of purpose. And the best part? You can always find that direction again. To really get this, we have to look at the story behind it. The physician who came up with this way of thinking didn't just read it in a textbook. Nope, she learned it from her own life. And it all started with a pretty big struggle when she was a kid. Can you imagine? For her, trying to read was just impossible. The letters would literally dance around on the page. And to make things worse, the authority figures in her life basically told her she just wasn't smart enough. I mean, think about how that would crush your confidence. She felt completely lost. And this is the turning point in the story. It wasn't some new teaching method or a magic cure that fixed things. It was just a single, powerful moment she had while helping her mom take care of patients at a camp. This was her breakthrough moment. Helping people, even just tending to an injured animal, it lit something up inside of her. A feeling of pure joy, like she finally belonged. You see, she found her purpose not by fixing her problem, but by finding a meaning that was so much bigger than her problem. So what did she learn? This incredible lesson about what makes us tick? Every single one of us has a reason for being here. That purpose, that's the fuel. That's what powers our life energy. And here's the crucial thing, okay? Your reason doesn't have to be some huge world-changing mission. Not at all. We can pull that vitality from all kinds of places. Our job, our family, being creative, helping someone out. In fact, our energy actually gets stronger when we have lots of different sources to draw from. Okay, on to the second big lesson. And this one is just as important. It's the idea that our health, just like life itself, has to keep moving. It needs to flow. The second things get stagnant, our well-being starts to take a hit. And hey, we're not just talking about going for a run here. Look at this. On one side, you've got physical movement. We all know that's critical for our circulation, our mood, you name it. But on the other side, you have emotional movement. That's about actually processing our feelings, letting them move through us instead of getting stuck. Here's a perfect example. A woman came in with really bad digestive problems, and she tried every medical treatment out there. Well, it turns out she was carrying this massive, unprocessed grief from a deep loss. Her body was physically stuck because she was emotionally stuck. The healing didn't start until she finally let herself feel those emotions and let them move. Okay, so we've talked about the big ideas, but what can you actually do with all of this? Let's walk through a super simple practice you can try right now to start reconnecting with your own life energy. Let's just try this. Go ahead and place a hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat for a second. Now, just quietly inside your head, ask yourself, what do I love? Don't force an answer. Just see what comes up. Now think of a time when you felt absolutely, completely alive. What was happening? Who was there? Try to zero in on what made that moment so meaningful. And then, see if you can boil it all down to just one single word. That word, that's your clue. So, you've got your clue. Your word. What now? Where do you go from here? Well, the final message here is all about taking that next small step. It doesn't matter how stuck you feel, it's all about that one next step. This is honestly the most hopeful part of this whole philosophy. The physician I mentioned, she believed anyone under the age of 99 is still young. It is never, ever too late to find your direction again, to let things start moving and to get your vitality back. Growth is always possible. And that's the path forward right there. It's not about some giant heroic leap. It's just about one step, one small action in the direction of that meaning you just uncovered. Because when you take that step, well, life has a funny way of taking a step towards you too. So I'll just leave you with this to think about. What's your word? What's the one thing that, when you really get down to it, makes you feel deeply and truly alive? Whatever that is, hold on to it. That's where the energy is.